The story of a home is also the story of a tree. When we built the home, there was this tiny sapling that was in the courtyard space. We gently transplanted that little sapling a few feet away into the empty ground next door. And after 22 years, that sapling is now this magnificent tree that stands behind me. When we started, we considered building a completely new home. We wanted to make something that really represented us. But when we came here, all those memories came flooding back. So we wanted to keep the spirit of the old house and then make strategic changes that represented what we would do as designers. The home by the park is situated in Koramangala. The site is around 3,300 square feet. The built-up area is about 4,900 square feet, including all the additions that we've made. So one of the things that we were really fortunate to have were the original blueprints of the house. So we started by tracing out the original structure and how the house was placed. And we wanted to try and rationalize the design while opening the home towards the new park, because the park was really the focus of the new home. So one of the challenges we faced with the original house was that the front door entered into a very small space. So what we did was we closed off that original front door and converted that whole area into a mudroom. We then created a new foyer. We added this small rectangle so that we could add a new north-facing main door. That also allowed us to create an opportunity for like a new overhang where you can walk out. Coming to the living room, we added new windows to the south facing the park, bringing a lot of daylight into this living room space. There was an original S-shaped wall that the original architect had placed here. We actually completely demolished that to make a more free-flowing space and better connection towards the staircase. We retained this original RCC staircase that was placed here. We wanted this existing staircase to be more than just a staircase. So we brought in a new skylight right above me here that basically fills the entire home with light. Throughout the day, we're always getting wonderful natural light through this skywell. And so we don't need to keep on any artificial light. This old lounge space that we had, that's where my dad used to sit and listen to his records, listen to music, drink his coffee in the morning, read the paper. So we really wanted to keep that space, keep that memory in that location, and that's currently exactly what we use it for today. The dining is actually very similar to what it was before. We've kept the teak wood structure of the table, but changed the top surface. So we've used a beautiful fabric and then covered it with glass, and that adds a little warmth and a nice touch to that table. We've added opportunities for storage there, so all the stuff that we need to store is completely tucked away. The original home was built around a central courtyard. The courtyard is now actually our formal bar. All the furniture that's here was designed by us. And the most beautiful thing I think about this space now is the connection with the park. As we open these doors, we just step out and the park becomes a part of our home. The original home had a very large kitchen, but unfortunately, it eventually became very dark. So we demolished an original utility room that was at the back, and that gave us the ability to have some nice windows and a lot of daylight coming in from the park at the back. So we created a new window here. So you enter the kitchen like this. And in the space of the old door to the kitchen, we selected this beautiful Rajasthani window that's now placed on the wall, and you can see it all the way from the main door. So as soon as you come in, it's this beautiful feature that you're seeing all the way through the house. So you now have a more rectangular kitchen here, right? So we were able to place a nice U-shaped counter like this and still be able to access this backyard as an outdoor utility. We have a small guest bedroom with an ensuite on the ground floor. And this is really useful for us as we have aging parents. Maybe as they get older, won't be able to go upstairs. This bedroom has been a blessing in disguise. So the first floor is where we had all the original bedrooms, 3 bedrooms on this floor. And we've kept it very similar to what it was before, but we've made some very strategic changes. So as you come up the original staircase, so we've taken this old courtyard where downstairs it became the bar. On the first floor, we've transformed it into this lovely C-shaped staircase that goes all the way up. So we built a slab on the first floor to create this new double height space that we're seeing here. What we really wanted to maintain was this beautiful transparency from the home to the park. So we used glass that really gives a sense of security, but also maintains that transparency that we really wanted. We made sure that it's reflective from the outside and deflects a lot of the heat while keeping the view consistent and open. And it's our tribute to that magnificent rain tree that we've planted. In the space of this old little lounge where we previously just had a fridge and a sink, we've created a beautiful puja space. And that has almost become the heart of this entire first floor.
We have the same stone in our ancestral home back in Katpadi. We wanted to get that story back here. This is the crib that I was born in. We have this section here where we had another crib. Kiran used this crib when he was a child. We had this old veena which belonged to my grand aunt, and we thought we wanted to accessorize it since we have the puja room close by.
We loved the idea of keeping this original family room. That's where, the family really comes together. We wanted to keep it really simple and minimal, but there were these beautiful original drawings by R.K. Lakshman, which we had commissioned from him many, many years ago. We've used those to adorn the walls of that family room and just give it a personal touch. This bedroom at the back is transformed into my son's bedroom.
We planned the bed accordingly that after he's 12, 13, we can always have a queen size bed. So the electrical points are planned accordingly. We have got this Paddington lamp, which my husband got it when he was 3 or 4 years old from England. Books that my husband read when he was a child. So as every other room, we have created memories here in this room.
And we've kept this bedroom as a space where grandparents can stay or just to have sleepovers and have multiple friends over. The master bedroom is really where we made the most changes. Front of the home originally had this round balcony that never got used. It actually just ended up being a space that we never went out into. So what we did was the original wardrobe and bathroom, we combined it into one to make one big new bathroom space. And we built out a new rectangle in the front, like this, that became a walk-in wardrobe for the master bedroom. Towards the park, we created a new balcony, and that gave us a space where we can walk out from the master bedroom and look out into the park. The original terrace of the home was not an occupied space. In fact, we used to go up there very rarely. But when we went up there, we were completely wowed by the tree and the shade of the branches that now covered the terrace. So we said we have to use this terrace as a part of the home, and let's make a nice open entertaining area there. So this is a new part of the home, and it's actually ended up being the space that we use the most.
I think as a designer, when you design your own home is a lot more difficult than you design for your clients. But for me, I wanted my home to have a lot of character, and I think it just happened very organically.
People are surprised when they come into the home. They don't believe that it's the old home that's been transformed. From the outside, it looks like a completely new home, and even to us, it feels like a new home, but it is the old home in a new avatar.